Hello everyone, this is Jason Roggasch. Who else would it be, right? I would like to make a video that was a little bit... it's kind of a response video to people who have commented on my Stephen Greer is a liar and disinformation video. The responses have been overwhelmingly negative. A lot of people have been very kind and said, oh, we agree, go after him. But if you look at the thumbs downs and you look at the comments in general, people genuinely don't like the video because I don't provide proof. That's pretty much the argument. I don't provide evidence or proof that Stephen Greer is lying. First of all, the proof that I do provide is for you to go see in the videos that Stephen Greer makes, and you don't have to look hard. If it was one or two things that he had said that I was trying to debunk, then I would have put it in the video. Plus, I don't put people's audio or anything else in the video anymore in any of my videos because I've been flagged so many times for it that I don't want to lose my channel again. So what I do is I comment on people who are on YouTube and who are very, very, very popular with the conspiracy community, the UFO community, etc. Or just moderately popular or somewhat popular, or they're popular with people that I like or whatever. I've been paying attention to Stephen Greer for a very long time, probably 5, 6, 7 years. I've seen almost all of his lectures. I still keep up to date with what he's up to. I have been accused of a lot of stuff in the comment section that's just ridiculous because people don't listen to the entire video, and we're all guilty of that. You listen to the average YouTube video gets about 4 minutes view, 4 or 5 minutes. So people are only listening for a little bit of time, and then they're out. They're not interested, or they just don't like my voice, or they don't like the cursing, they don't like the whatever. So this video is kind of a response to that. It'll be a little bit quicker, hopefully, than the last one. My burden of proof about, like I said, Stephen Greer is pretty simple. You go look at anything that he's ever said about aliens, not UFOs. UFOs are real, and they are man-made. He is got plenty of evidence. There's plenty of evidence from people. There's plenty of pictures. There's plenty of weird shit that you can look up in the sky video of UFOs, unidentified flying objects. But they are not from aliens. They are from humans. The military-industrial complex spends trillions of your dollars on technology that is never used. Just testing shit. Some of it is technology that's 20 or 30 years old. The stealth technology, many people remember seeing that and thinking it was a UFO or whatever. Drone technology, lights moving in unison together very quickly, changing directions, seemingly doing things that are impossible. A lot of that are just drone technology, I believe. And I think that can be proven out and shown if you pay attention to Raytheon or Boeing or any of these airplane manufacturers. And the military itself. I also believe that the Stephen Greer comments are completely and 100% based on belief. They are not based on fact. They are not based on anything other than the desire for the person commenting for there to be aliens. People want to believe in that shit, they can believe in it. That's their call. The problem with it is, once you go down that road and you say to yourself that there's plenty... somebody's word on something is proof of aliens or proof of the supernatural, which is what aliens essentially are. I think, don't we all lose the ability to even have a discussion about it at that point? I mean, which is more likely, folks? That aliens, there is no proof, no video, no audio, no pictures of aliens that's reputable, that the alien autopsy video, aside from the obvious hoax of Billy Myers, the obvious hoaxes of many other people who have tried to put, discs in the sky and take pictures, or they try to show an alien, some kind of weird thing in the sky. It's the same thing with Bigfoot. It's the same thing with crop circles. They're all human-made, and we're being fucked with by other human beings. But this is about the Stephen Greer evidence. Why is it that, which is more likely, that there's no evidence that aliens exist, or that aliens exist and that they're communicating with people telepathically? I mean, which is more likely? I think you would agree. It's like an eye test. Better one, better two. Which is more likely? There's no evidence of aliens whatsoever, or that they're communicating with us telepathically and only with people who believe. Only communicating it seemingly with people who desperately want to believe. You can say, well, Jason, they communicated with him and then they believe. I don't know. I don't believe that to be true at all. I don't think that's true. I think most people want to believe. They watch movies, they watch television, they read books, and they really desperately want there to be aliens, and then they just manufacture some weird thing that they don't want to explain any other way. An example of this would be paintings, older paintings that would show the sun and the moon, and then a man inside the sun and the moon. A lot of people, I mean, that's been debunked a long time ago. Years and years, probably 10 years ago, more than that. I mean, even not 10 years ago, because people weren't actually stupid enough to not know what the fuck was going on, because nobody takes art history or nobody bothered even to Google it. So they would put it in Ancient Aliens and do all this stuff, and it was debunked pretty well by Chris White, but other people have debunked it even before him or after. But the pictures, of course, showing the people wanting them to be UFOs, people believing Sitchin. Believing Alexander Sitchin, believing Eric von Daniken, Chariot of the Gods. I mean, Sitchin is one of the great liars of our time. Sitchin, I'm going to do a Sitchin video immediately after this, but Sitchin is like Greer in a lot of ways. Except for Sitchin was really just an excellent lying con man and did it for a long time. Because he had a huge audience, because he made millions of dollars doing it. But Greer, the evidence, people want to point out what evidence I have. Go watch just 5 minutes of an interview with with Dr. Greer, and see what I'm talking about. If you don't know, if you really believe that aliens are real and they're good or they're bad, not if they're real or not, you're lost. And this continued desire for aliens to be real. UFOs, unidentified flying objects, are real. They are observable. You can watch them. Aliens are not. Transdimensional entities, spiritual communication, any of that stuff, it's all a lie. It's all a fucking lie. Or the people that are telling you it are mentally ill, and it's still a lie because their brains are lying to them. I think we've lost... I think when people ask me what my evidence is against Stephen Greer and that I have none, it's funny to me that they're asking, they won't even go, A, they won't listen to the entire video, and B, they won't go watch critically what Stephen Greer is saying and demand for any sort of proof or evidence from him. But they'll ask me for evidence that what he's saying is a lie because it's so goddamn ridiculous. Do people ask you if Stephen King is lying in his stories? Do people ask you if fuck, man, what's the guy's name? Nick Pazzolatto or whatever, the guy that writes True Detective on HBO. Did people fucking ask him if his stories are lies? They're automatically assumed to be so because he's a fiction writer. That's what Stephen Greer is. He's a fiction author. He's a fiction speaker. He has no evidence of what he says, and he's calm and he's cool and he can lie to you. Salesmen come in all types, shapes, and forms. Con men, the best con men are the smartest con men. Bill Clinton is one of the smartest human beings on the entire planet Earth, and he rose to the absolute pinnacle because he was willing to climb over his dead mother to fuck his sister, if it benefited him in a political or financial way. That would get him more power. Stephen Greer, people do this shit, man. I mean, people come, they don't mind lying. And Stephen Greer knows he's using Joseph Goebbels' The Big Lie. The bigger the lie, because you and me don't tell big lies. We tell little lies. So tiny little lies all the time, but we don't tell the big lies. And so you are more likely and more susceptible to believe the big lie, especially when it comes from a seeming authority. He's got a doctor in front of his name. And I'm not debating his credentials, but I believe that he is a disinformation agent for the Central Intelligence Agency or for the Pentagon or from some type of intelligence source. Or a brotherhood of some sort, a private, I don't know if it would be something like the Freemasons, something, but that's his job. The disclosure whole project is to muddy the waters. It is conflation between UFOs and aliens. So people think when you say UFO, you think alien. That's the whole point of what I'm trying to fucking say. I wasn't very clear in the last video because I was a little bit emotional. And I'm going to apologize for that, by the way, as well. It's very, very, very disconcerting to be so emotional when I make a video. I'm trying to do better. I'm trying to make more copies of them and then listen and edit out, etc. So this is a response to people who believe that I need more evidence than Stephen Greer provides. I'm simply pointing out that Stephen Greer provides no evidence. So how is it that I need evidence that he provides no evidence when he provides no evidence? There must be a standard of some sort so we can have a discussion. And Stephen Greer, I mean, it's like David Wilcox. It's the same thing. We can talk about anything we want because anything is possible. Anything is not possible. We must have evidence and facts and proof and data and research. We can have a philosophical discussion all you want, but that's not what Stephen Greer is doing. Stephen Greer is a liar and a disinformation agent. Thank you very much for listening, and have a great day.